Hello everyone, Sigs here, and welcome to what is going to be an unboxing and price analysis for the new 4 Magic the Gathering Universes Beyond, the Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth scene boxes. So there are 4 of them. I do have all 4 here. They don't quite all fit in frame, but we have the Flight of the Witch King. I'll show them all a little more in depth when we get to each box. There's Aragorn at Helm's Deep, and then the other 2 are the Might of Galadriel and Gandalf in the Pelennor Fields. So I guess let's just start with the Gandalf one because it's right here. So what you get in each box says right here, you get the 6 scene cards, you get 6 art cards and a little display for them, and 3 set boosters. So depending on what you get in the boosters, it could potentially up the value for these a lot. But let's go ahead and break into one. So I think I got it, hopefully, so that the box just fits in frame. You can see the whole face of it there. Nice little seal on the top. Nice boxes. I'll just show them off real quick in case anybody was curious. There's the back. There's what's in the box. They are nice boxes. They're shiny. They have foiling on them. Same deal on the other side. And there's the all the words on the bottom. If the camera would focus, which it does not like to do, there it goes. You can pause and read all of this boilerplate tomfoolery that they have to put on their boxes if you really want. But let's get into the actual box. So going to rip it open here. Out of frame and very poorly, clearly. All right, there we go. So let's see what's inside. We got... Great, that sounds lovely. Get the box out of here for now. So this looks like that is the full art that all the cards make up when put together. I think this is the easel, so it's a little stand here. Probably don't have the best camera angle for this. It's a little close, but you can see on this little easel, has 6 little slots where you can put the art cards in, and then it stands up, and you can have your little art display there. So I'll post a picture at some point with what that looks like when I have the camera set up in a spot where I could get a full frame picture of it. So that is the first thing that you get in the box. And then we have some cardboard with an empty back, it seems. And we got some little punch out cardboard token thingies, one with Gandalf, one with the magic symbol that you can punch out and use as whatever. And then in here, this looks like the bulk of it. So this is packaged up somehow so that we can open it like so. Get our cards, art cards, and then the 3 packs, which don't want to come out. There we go. All right, so the 3 packs, I'll do all the packs at the end. They're just regular set boosters. I'll show them off at the end. I'm going to keep them separate so I know which one came from which box, and I'll kind of factor that into the price totals just so you can see like some kind of estimates for what you might get from certain variations. So there's the first 3. I'm going to leave them in frame. And then let's look at what we got in here. So this is the first pack of the actual cards. This is V3 Gandalf Prem, which I assume is Gandalf Premium. And we got the cards, which are already nicely curled, as you can see, fresh out of the package. I don't know if I got the right angle there, but they are pretty pringly right out of the box. Yeah, there we go. It's probably a good angle there. So that's lovely. But anyway, we got the cards here. So we have Olorin's Searing Light. We have Sorcerer's Squall. The Ramus Akor Ancient Shield, the Courageous Resolve, Gandalf of the Secret Fire, and the Fell Beast's Shriek, which if I laid them out correctly and in frame, you can see the edges all line up. Wow, that's partly because they're pringled. It's a little hard to do. Also because I'm shaky because I always feel weird recording myself. But anyway, you get the idea. You can see how they all line up perfectly to form one scene. They are foil as well. So hopefully that's a pretty good look at them there. I'll also go ahead and put some prices for each individual card. all around, and I'll list the total up there or something if you're curious about that. But that is the first scene box. Those are the 6 cards that you get in foil with the full art that all line up to make one scene. I'll go ahead and leave them. Why don't I do that? I'll leave them with the packs so we know which goes with which. And then I'll show off the art cards here. V3 Gandalf Reg. Crack this open. And I was curious about this. These are like literally the art cards, like they say on the back, just like a normal art card from a normal set. Has all the words and the number and all that. I thought they might be like kind of special in some way, like different fancy art cards, but they are literally just art cards. So I don't know if anyone cares about seeing the backs of these. Probably not. So just go through them quickly and show you the faces, which again, you can see here. Here, I'll do it like a pack. You can see they're just art cards, a little glossy, like so. And then, again, I'll try to post a picture of the cards in the easel, but they do all line up like so to form one scene, which again, I hopefully have in frame, not too glare covered or anything like that. And there you go. Wait. Okay. That's not right. There we go. That's better. Okay. So there's the art cards, which again, same as the regular cards. They just don't have any, words on them, and they're not playable cards, but they are the same artwork in full art. So there's the first box. Let's take all of this. Let's put it over here with the packs. We'll open all the packs together at the end. We'll see what we get. So let me get the next box here. Give me 1 second. Alrighty, so the next one that I just happen to have next on the table is the Might of Galadriel box. So again, hopefully that is like the full face of the box there. It's kind of shiny, as you can see. It looks good. Everything else is the same. The seal, the back, if you're interested, right there. And the sides, same deal. Scene box, Might of Galadriel. I don't think that's in focus, but I don't know that anybody even really cares what the side of the box looks like, but if you did, there you go. And again, the bottom words, if you are really interested, you can pause and read all that. But let's go ahead and crack the box open here. So there we go. Figure out how to get this open. There we go. Take it out once again with, I'm sure, a lovely cardboard noise. Oh, this one came with a special prize. Look at that. Wow, an anti-theft device. That is, that's worth a lot right there. Let's definitely not just throw that right into the garbage can. Okay, and then there's your scene box standee, easel, whatever you want to call it. Has the art on one side, and then the slots for the cards on the other. Pops out like a triangle. So I'll post a picture towards the end of what the scene cards all look like. Same deal here, little piece of cardboard, open back, tokens, cardboard, just cardboard tokens you can pop out with Galadriel and the magic symbol, and then the good stuff is in here. So let's open it like this, now that we know how to open this. Take it all out like so. And let's take a look at what we got. So again, 3 packs. I'll put them here. We'll open them all at the end together, but I'll keep them separate so we know which pack they came from. And let's go ahead and open our V2 Galadriel Prem. So these are foil. You can get these cards in the collector's boosters as well, the special edition collector's boosters. You can also get them in surge foil and regular foil in there, I believe. These are just regular foil. Very pringled. Lovely. You love to see it. Nice roller marks. I don't know if I can get that to get picked up, but wonderful. Okay, so here's our cards. We have our Boreal Alliance there. In foil, we have Galadriel, Light of Valinor in foil. We have Rally the Galadrim in foil. We have Galadriel's Dismissal in foil. Mists of Lorien in foil. And finally, the Galadrim Brigade in foil. So those all go down together. If they were flat, it would look nicer, but they are not. Lovely Pringled premium product. We love to see it. But they form the scene. If I could get it in frame here. I'm very bad at this, as you can tell, but we're trying. This gives us the full scene here, so a little hard to see. I think on this one, a lot of the text boxes kind of interfere with how the top goes to the bottom, but assuming I have it the right way, which I think I do, that's what that looks like. So that's the scene. There's the cards. Once again, I'll put the prices all around the cards and list a total somewhere on screen. So there you go for that. Let's pick those up nicely. Get them to the correct humidity to flatten out, and then get them in sleeves so that they don't re-pringle. And then we'll go ahead and open the V2 Galadriel, which are just the art cards. Just in case people want to see what those look like. So again, just the art card series backs, typical art card backs that you're probably used to seeing. Nothing really too crazy here. If you're wondering what the artist was, maybe you would want to see this. Otherwise, this is probably a waste of your time. But there they all are. And I'll show you the fronts, if I can get them oriented correctly. So some of this art is pretty cool, I guess. I'm wondering how they're going to look in the stand. That's going to be very interesting. So these are all of the art cards, which I'm hopefully holding in frame. I have kind of a weird setup going on here. It's a little hard to actually see the screen that I'm recording on, but there you go. And then if you put them all together, 1, 2, 3, I think it goes like that. Let's get that in frame. There you go. There's the scene. Looks a lot better without the words as far as the pieces all kind of going together. So let's get our hands out of the way so you can actually see it. And there you go. There is the Galadriel scene. So let's pick those up. Put them here. That are going to slide right off because of the Pringles probably. Let's move our box out of the way. And let's do the next one. So next up we have this Aragorn at Helm's Deep. Again, there is the front of the box. It's kind of shiny, has some foiling to it. Good looking box, same top, same sides, scene box, Aragorn at Helm's Deep, not in focus. Wow, that's very focused. All right, and there's the back. Same deal as all the other backs, just has the different cards listed. And the bottom, which is the same as all the other bottoms. I don't know why you'd want to see this, but if you wanted to, this is your place for useless information, I guess. All right, so let's crack this open. Go down the side here. Get a nice, lovely close-up of my hideous hand as I do that. And probably another cacophony of cardboard noises. Yep, lovely. Sure, that is very pleasurable for your ears if it's picking it up on the mic the same way it sounds in person. But there is the art on the easel. Back of the easel is obviously the same. Here, same deal. We have our punch-out, cardboard punch-out of Aragorn and the magic symbol. And then the good stuff here. So let's crack that open. There we go. So again, 3 set boosters. We'll open those at the end. And then we'll do some price analysis at the end. And then we have, there's the art cards. Adjust my mic there a little bit better so I can lean in. We have V1 Aragorn Prem. Very important information to know. Open that up, and we got our cards. So, first one. Some of these are actually good playable cards, actually. So we have Aragorn. There you go, in the foil. we have this Legolas's Quick Reflex, which at the time of recording is going for almost $30 a card. So that almost pays for the box by itself, which is pretty cool. And then Gimli's Reckless Might, nice and pringly. Isengard Unleashed, and the Rohirrim Chargers. Very, very curved. That is insane. Okay, so anyway, don't sue me. I didn't make the product, okay? I'm just opening it and saying what I see. So there we go. There's the scene. All the cards in the foil. Looks like I have some glare on this one for some reason. But hopefully that's not too annoying. How's that? Well, I'll put the prices all around with the total somewhere. So that is going to be just for the scene cards and nothing from the boosters for that price. Now, let's just take a look at the art cards as well. Our V1 Aragorn Reg. Alrighty, so there's the art cards. Just going to roll through like so, real quick, so you can see the name of the artist and give them the credit that they are due, I suppose. And then again, the cards go together. I'll show you the fronts of them. What am I even looking at here? What angle is this? Okay, I think it's like that. There you go. There are the art cards. That is the Legolas's Quick Reflexes art card. There's the Aragorn and the Andoril. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that, I guess. So we assemble the scene if you're into that kind of thing. If not, you just jump around to the parts that you actually want to see. There should be chapter markers. And there you go. There's the scene. So let's pick those up and let's get to the last box. So let me just throw this other box away. Alrighty, just to be clear, when I say throw away, I'm not throwing it in the garbage. I am keeping the boxes before you hate me. If you think the boxes look cool, I do keep them for things, but for storage of other things. But anyway, here's the last box. So this one is Flight of the Witch King. Same top, same side, just says Scene Box, Flight of the Witch King, out of focus. Back is the same, just with the different cards. And I'm sure that the bottom is the same as well. That actually focused up quite nicely. There you go. All right, so last one here. And then we'll get into the actual packs. Let's see what I'm doing here. Okay, this one's being stubborn. Let's try from the other side. It's not that stubborn. It's easy to open cardboard. I could just rip through it, but I'm trying to do it a little nicely to preserve the integrity of the box. So here comes the cardboard noise. Wonderful. And there is the scene that we're going to end up with here of the Witch King. And the stand, of course, is the same. Same thing, cardboard punch out here. Magic symbol punch out there. And the good stuff. So, oh, stuff's falling off the table. All right, let's crack this open. Take it on out. And 3 packs. We'll open in just a second. The art cards, which I'll get a little bit out of the way. And then we have V4 Witch Prem. These are the scene cards themselves. Yep, look at that shape. Lovely. You love to see it on your premium product. Okay, so we have Call Forth the Tempest, foil. Nazgul Battle Mace, foil. The Witch King Sky Scourge in foil, which I think is a very cool card, just because the Witch King is quite cool. There we have Mordor on the March. You can pause and read any of these cards if you want. Fell Beast of Mordor there. And Minas Morgul Dark Fortress. I pulled one of these, I think in Surge foil, in the collector's special edition collector's box, which I have the video of that up too, if you would like to see that. So there's our scene with the foil cards. Get rid of that glare for you. I'll put the prices up around the cards and the total. And there you go. So let's pick those up somewhat carefully until we can get them in sleeves so we don't scratch our lovely Pringles. V4 Witch Reg, this is just art cards. Again, feel free to skip. You can double tap the right-hand side of your keyboard, or the right-hand side of your phone, excuse me, or press on your keyboard. Was it L to skip ahead 10 seconds? Whatever it is. Feel free to skip ahead, but I'm going to show everything for posterity's sake. So there's the cards. Lay out the scene. Boom, boom, boom. Just like that. Pretty cool. Get our lightning to line up. And there you go. There is the scene. That's what that one looks like. Pretty cool scene. All right, so that's the bulk of the boxes. That is what you are guaranteed to get from these boxes. Now, the rest of it is going to be these packs, so I guess it doesn't really matter what order I go in. Why don't we start with the Witch King box and open up those 3 packs. So they're just standard set boosters, 12 cards in the traditional set booster order. So there you go. That's what's in the packs. I'm just going to do it for this first pack in case anyone wants to pause and read for any reason. It's kind of stuck there. There you go. You can pause and read. You can see my lovely thumbs. You are welcome. And let's get into the packs. So potentially we could pull some cards that have a lot of value here. Not the same absolute crazy stuff like the collector's boosters, but you know, the One Ring, Orcish Bowmasters, lots of good pulls in here. So there's our art card to start the pack. I'm going to go pretty quick. We have our base forest. Let me get this like close to the camera. Commons, East Farther Farming, East Mark Cavalier, West Fold Rider, North, just kidding, Shortcut to Mushrooms, Ring Sight, uncommon. Fiery Inscription, uncommon. That is the Borderless Mirkwood Bats. It's one of the old scene cards. Another old scene card, uncommon. Gothmog Morgul Lieutenant. Ooh, a Nazgul right off the bat. Nice. So those have come down in value, but these were going for about $10 a piece at launch. I don't know what they're down to now, maybe about $6 or so, but that is a lucky find. Our rare is Gloin, Dwarf Emissary. And our foil is Shelob's Ambush Common. And then we have, if you want to learn how to do a Winchester draft, there you go. Go right ahead, have fun. All right, let's do the next 2 packs. So I'm not sure how the seating is on these packs as far as like what the print run was for these. So, I mean, you could potentially get like crazy packs with like back-to-back-to-back mythic rares. I don't know how that works, or if they actually tried to seed them somewhat like they would a bundle or a set booster box. I already see a good card behind this art card. That one doesn't even go that way, it goes that way. But there's the art card. And we have a foil Mapland Swamp, which we love those. Looks pretty good. Not picking up the foiling too great, but that is cool. And then our commons, Isolation at Orthanc, Fire at Orthanc, Water at Orthanc, just kidding, Cast into Fire, Smite the Deathless, Battle-Scarred Goblin, Bitter Downfall, uncommon, Ranger's Firebrand, uncommon, Golem's Bite, uncommon, into this should be scene card, yep, so Voracious Fellbeast from the old scene, uncommon. Ooh, a Delighted Halfling, nice. So just between these 2 packs, that's like, what, 15, almost $20 if this has held its value as well. That's a good staple rare, so that's cool. And then a foil Battle-Scarred Goblin. There you go. And then a food token. And a secret layer ad. All right, so that's pack 2. Let's do pack 3 real quick. Crack it on open. Try to be a little careful with the packaging. All right, so art card. Pretty cool looking art, whatever that is. It is, oh, it's a Mary from the Ring Art, I believe. All right, so Forest. Pell, whatever, Survivor. Not even gonna try. at this point in time so that I can save time for all of you. Try to keep this centered. Just showing the uncommons, in case you were curious. The Mouth of Sauron, uncommon now. Look of the White Hand, uncommon. Gorebag, uncommon. And then Saruman's Trickery, uncommon. Knights of Dol Amroth, scene card. Display of Power, rare. There you go, that's the last rare. And a Gift of Strands foil. I think there's another card behind this. No, it's a token. I mean, there is another card behind it. It's a token. It's not an actual card. Okay, so it's actually pretty good. The Nazgul and the Delighted Halfling do have some value. So that's pretty nifty for the first 3. And let's get the next 3 ready here. I'm just trying to keep them together because I'm going to price it as if like each pack came with each scene box to see what that individual scene box got me. And then I'll do like an average too. Just because, you know, packs are random. You could pull something worth $50, or you could pull, you know, nothing even worth $1. So there is our, I think that's Prince Imrahil, whatever his name is, card. Oh no, that's Faramir. Sorry, Faramir. All you Gondorians look the same. All right, so Island map art, cool. Great Hall of the Citadel, Gimli's Axe, Gimli's Fury, Erebor Flamesmith, Goblin Fire Leaper, bunch of red cards, Fear Foes Fire, uncommon, Foray of Orcs, uncommon, March from the Black Gate, I love this card, limited, uncommon, another Gothmog, scene card, and a Smeagol, Helpful Guide, rare. So, and then our foil is Escape from Orthanc. And the Sharky's Tithe minigame, if that is your cup of tea. Okay, cool. So, yeah, I mean, you can get really crazy pulls in these. You know, I mean, you hit like a foil ring or a foil bowmaster or something. You know, that's going to pay for a whole one of these boxes, basically. Or you could pull next to nothing. There's a signed art card. Was it like a 10% chance to be signed? You can see the signature on the bottom left of Miss Goldberry there. And then we have our cards. So Plains, surrounded by orcs. Let me try to, again, I'm in a weird position. So Orcish Medicine, Mordor Muster, the Unfocused of Gollum, the Torment of Gollum, Gift of Strands, Gandalf uncommon, Elrond uncommon, Horses uncommon, another Knights scene card, and Gandalf the Grey rare. Very cool. Nothing special, but very cool. And then an Entish Restoration foil, along with an Elephant Grass list card. So there you go. I do love the old card frames a lot more than the newer ones. That's just my personal preference. Maybe it's nostalgia, but looking pretty good. Don't think it's really worth anything, but so far, not really great hits on these 3 packs, at least compared to the first 3. But we'll keep going. Maybe this last pack will save it. So, Swamp, foil, Shire Scarecrow, Revive the Shire, Brandywine Farmer from the Shire, Stern Scolding, uncommon, You Cannot Pass, uncommon, Lost to Legend, uncommon, Grima Wormtongue, uncommon, and oh, a Legolas Counter of Kills in the ring art. Looks pretty cool. Another Nazgul, nice. So that's 1 from each set of 3 so far. I think these were in about 1 out of 9 packs or something like that. Like you typically get 1 per bundle. I already got 2 out of 6 packs. So that's pretty cool. Different artwork than the other one. There are 9 artworks for this card. So not foil, would make it worth a lot more, but still very cool if you're trying to collect the Nazgul. And then an Elven Chorus, base rare. And there's a foil rare, Lost Isle Calling. I don't think this is a good one as far as money is worth. Not a high value card, but it is a foil rare, so that is cool. Oh, and then a Dig Up list card, which this is actually quite a good card in some Golgari decks with the cleave cost. So there you go. All right, so 6 more packs left. Try to go through them quickly here so that this video isn't getting ridiculously long. This is the Might of Galadriel 3. That last one was the Aragorn. So let's get these here. All right, art card. I think that's the same art card we got before, isn't it, from the other pack? There's your art card. There you go. And then Island, map art, cool. Hilthian Knots, whatever you say. Willow Wind. Greyhaven's Navigator, a bunch of blue cards. Nimrudil Watcher. Eomir of the Rittermark. Erkenbrand, Lord of Westfold, uncommon. Prince Imrahil the Fair, uncommon. Faramir, Field Commander. Bunch of Gondorians. Ring art, uncommon. Love the way those look. Okay, and then there's a mythic rare in this pack. So that is Gandalf Westward Voyager from the Commander set. So there you go. And we also have a rare, Sharky, Tyrant of the Shire. And a foil Arwen's Gift. There you go. All right, and then our little token throwaway card. That's pack 1. So don't think that Gandalf is worth a lot. I could be wrong. I'm often wrong. If a card's not worth more than, 10, 15, 20 bucks, it tends to not always stick in my mind, so it could be worth something, but there's our art card. There is another map land. Cool. Commons, Snarling Warg, Olifant, Mirkwood Spider, Mirkwood Bats, uncommon Strider, Eowyn, Reprieve, good card, that's worth $1 or $2. Another scene card from the old scenes, the Dunland Crabane. Oh my god, another Nazgul. Wow, we're going to get 1 in each set of 3? Think I'd end up with 4 of them? That would be pretty cool. That certainly adds value. So again, I don't know how these are seated, but maybe that's just uncanny luck, or maybe they intend it to be that way. That might even end up driving the price down on the Nazgul, I don't know, but that's cool. We like Nazgul. Born Upon a Wind, rare. There you go. And, okay, a foil ring art Gimli. So again, no real value there, but he does look very cool. And then our ad card in the back. There you go. I always thought Magic should do, I think Pokemon does this, where your ad cards have, a code you could scan to get, a card or 2 on, some online thing. There should be something for Magic the Gathering Arena, or for each pack you scan, you get, a card or 2, even just anything. This looks like, what, Emery of the whatever? No, that can't be right. It's got to be the Dead Marshes. Okay. Has that same style as that card. But anyway, Swamp, Haunt of the Dead Marshes, matches our art card. Chance Met Elves, Elven Farsight, Lothlorien Lookout, Uncommons, Ugluk of the White Hand, Gorbag of Minas Morgul, Saruman's Trickery, and Saruman the White. Rising of the Day, art card, scene card, excuse me, from the old scenes, a Lotho Corrupt Schiff rare, and a foil the One Ring. No, I'm just kidding, but you can imagine. Shortcut to Mushrooms, foil, uncommon, along with a Human Soldier token. All right, so that was the... What was that? That was the Galadriel box. With another Nazgul, so that's pretty cool that keeps happening. And then we'll do the last 3 here. So this was for the Gandalf box. Again, all these packs are totally random, so your mileage may vary, but this is what we're getting, just so you have some idea of what you may potentially get. So there's another Faramir art card, and another foil map land. So I don't know what the odds are on those, but hitting 2 of them so far is pretty cool. Smite the Deathless common, Battlescarred Goblin common, Troll of Khazad-dûm common, Lothlorien Revealed common, words are hard, uncommon Old Man Willow, uncommon Rise of the Witch King, uncommon Voracious Fellbeast, uncommon Shadow Summoning, Legolas Counter of Kills in the ring art, looks cool, and our rare is Fall of Gil-galad. There you go. Oh, cool. So a foil Sauron the Necromancer rare in the ring art. That might be worth a little something. I don't think this is the good Sauron. I think it's the other one, but Looks very cool, and it is a foil rare with a special art treatment, so pretty uncommon, if nothing else. That's cool to see. There is an Orc Army token, and let's do the next pack. All right. This one and one more to go, and then we'll get into the like the price breakdown section that I'll add in at the end here. So there we go. What is that? Some kind of Palantir Commander's Sphere. And then we get a Forest with this pack, along with a Mordor Trebuchet. I love that card. Rush the Room. Olaghai Crusher. Easterling Vanguard. Uncommon Friendly Rivalry. That is getting stuck in my hand. Uncommon Gimli, Counter of Kills. Uncommon Rising of the Day. Shadowfax, I love that boy. Good Shadowfax there. Peregrine Took, Ring Art, not foil. Looks cool though. And, oh, Mithril Coat. Okay, that's a good card in limited. I think it's worth a couple dollars at least, right? So that's decent rare. And then foil Surrounded by Orcs. And a food token. All right, so one more pack here. Looking for basically Orcish Bowmasters or the One Ring would be wonderful. Or a foil of either. Be even more wonderful. So there is that Anduril again, or Narsil. It's Anduril. Forged from the shards of Narsil or something. Swamp. Revive the Shire. Brandywine Farmer. Jeez. Took Reaper. Gollum Patient Plotter, uncommon. Samwise the Stout-Hearted, uncommon. Tale of Tenuvial, cool art on the tapestry there. And then the Gift of Strands, uncommon, followed by Pippin's Bravery of the Old Scene card. Okay, so there's a Mythic Frodo Adventurous Hobbit. I believe this is from the Commander deck. The pre-con Commander deck, you get Frodo and Sam, so I'm not sure this is actually worth anything, but it is a Mythic Rare, so there you go. And, oh, hey, a Flowering of the White Tree. I pulled a Surge Foil Extended Art, one of these, or Borderless, whatever you call it, in the Collector's Special Edition, so not as cool. A card that had a lot of value, I think, in speculation, but the price has come down quite a bit on it since then, but still worth a little something. So that's cool, just have a base copy. And then a foil Deceive the Messenger, along with a food token. There you go. All right, so that is all of the scene boxes, all of the actual like scene cards, and the art cards, and the set boosters that you get from each one. So what I'm going to do is scan them all into DelverLens to get some prices, and then I will be back with I think what I'm going to do is I'll do like the price for each box, so what the scene cards are worth plus what the like cards that came from the set boosters in that box all totaled up to, just to get some like random data points. And then I think what I'll do is average the price of all the cards in the set boosters into like a per 3-pack average, and then I'll add that in to the scene box card price, just to again get kind of like an estimate of roughly what you might expect to get from a box. But let me get to all that. Going to take a while to do. Going to do some editing. You will hear from future SIGs in a little bit. And this version of SIGs is gone for now. So take care. Peace. Future SIGs here. And I have the pictures of the art cards in their frames here. So I wasn't sure if I should like try to seamlessly weave these into the rest of the recording and put each picture with each individual box. But I figured I would just leave them all here with a timestamp. And you are welcome to pause the video and take a look at any one of these art card stands, and then we'll go ahead and get a look at some of the prices here. So the first thing that we're going to look at is the total of all of these scene box cards and the set boosters together, which comes out to $295.55. Now that is using TCG player market prices. So That's not what you would expect to get from selling these cards necessarily. You'd have to subtract your shipping and your seller fees, and it's certainly not what you would expect to get if you were buy listing these cards and sending them to a retailer. It is an indication of roughly what you would have to pay if you wanted to buy each one of these cards individually. And you'll see here most of that value is in the actual scene box cards, as well as a couple of the pulls here. So that Delighted Halfling there, as well as this Mithril Coat, and the 3 Nazguls that we pulled, as well as that Elven Chorus above $3 makes up a pretty good chunk, along with the Flowering of the White Tree. But besides those cards, all the value is really in these scene box cards themselves. So I don't know if the prices are going to come down on those as more of these boxes get sold and opened and the individual cards hit the secondary market. But beyond that, you'll see the price of the rest of the cards here. So these cards, any card under $3 really is just going to be considered bulk. So it really has a value of about $5 or so per 1,000 cards. So about half a penny per card. So all that is factored into this $295 value. But that's not what you would expect to get from selling these cards. Again, it would just be if you were wanting to buy exactly these cards individually at market prices, you'd have to pay the $295.55. So you could potentially pay $120 for the scene box cards only, the scene boxes only, and end up with this value of cards. So just scrolling through here, showing all of the bulk in case anyone's interested for any reason at all. But I think what we'll want to look at next is the value of the actual scene box cards, because that is where most of the value is in these. Again, it depends on what you get in your specific packs. This is just one example of what we got in these packs. But let's take a look at the scene box cards themselves here. So first up, we have the scene cards from the Aragorn box, and that comes out to $64.28. So again, that is if you wanted to buy all of these cards individually at current market prices. You would expect to have to pay about $64, whereas you can buy the scene box for only $40, get these cards plus 3 packs worth of cards. So it is pretty good value in that regard if you did want these 6 cards specifically. And then in the 3 packs that I happen to get in the Aragorn scene box, we have a total of $18.05. Again, that is including all card prices, which most of these under $3 are more or less bulk, so not necessarily indicative of their value. But we did get the $6.28 Nazgul, the $3.55 Elven Chorus, and the $3.26 Entish Restoration, which add up to about $13.09 of additional value from the set boosters that came with this Aragorn box. And that brings the total value of the Aragorn scene box with the 3 set boosters to $82.33, which is pretty good value. That's about double the value of the purchase price of the 1 scene box. So pretty good value out of those 3 set boosters and these scene cards. And next up, we will look at the Galadriel box. Just the scene cards come out to $49.49 current market price, so a little bit higher than the price of the box to purchase all of those cards individually. And then from the 3 set boosters, we got $14.34 of TCG player market value, the majority of which is coming from the $7.19 Nazgul. The rest of it technically under $3, bulk pricing, not really worth anything, but that 1 Nazgul added some value to this box. And that brings the total of the Galadriel scene box, along with the set boosters, to $63.81 of TCG player market value, which again is more than the $40 that you would expect to pay for the box. So again, decent value. Next up, let's look at the Gandalf scene box. So for this one, actually, the market value for all 6 of the scene cards in foil is only $39.68. So that is actually less generally than you would expect to pay for one of these scene boxes. So you'd probably be better off just ordering these 6 cards individually if you wanted them, with the prices being as they are currently. Obviously, there's something to be said for the added value of 3 set boosters, as well as the art cards in the stand that comes with it if you're into that kind of thing. So I believe with the set boosters, your value is going to end up being more than the $40 you would pay, but for just the scene cards by themselves, it's actually worth less than the scene box itself is. And in this particular case, we did get an additional $19.53 of value from our 3 set boosters. And most of that is coming from the $8.63 mithril coat, the $3.25 flowering of the white tree, and the $2.99 Lordian revealed, which I will put above the $3 threshold, even though it's technically a penny under. That's a card that has quickly become a staple in a lot of formats and is in high demand right now, so we'll definitely count that value into this equation. Which brings our total value for the Gandalf scene box to $59.21. The mithril coat being worth more than all but 2 of the actual scene cards. So in this case, the set boosters added enough value to make this worth more than buying the cards individually. And finally, we will look at the Witch King scene box scene cards, which come out to a total of $69.66 just for those 6 cards. So that is the highest total, just above the Aragorn box for the scene box cards by themselves. Currently coming in at over a 50% additional value over the price of the box itself. Additionally, we received about $20.54 of TCG player market value from the 3 set boosters, most of which comes from the Delighted Halfling and the Nazgul, which were both very good pulls. And that brings our total for the Witch King scene box to a whopping $90.20, more than double the price of the box, most of which comes from the scene cards themselves, as well as the Delighted Halfling that was worth more than 3 of the scene cards, as well as the Nazgul, which was worth more than the Mordor on the March scene card. And if you add all of that together, that is how we get our $295.55 of value out of these 4 scene boxes, which cost about $120 to purchase. We'll also go ahead and just quickly take a look at the scene cards individually. So this is just the scene cards. And as you can see, if you wanted to purchase all of these cards individually with current TCG player market prices, you would have to spend $223.09. So you would be better off just buying the 4 scene boxes if you wanted each and every one of these cards. And then here we will take a look at just the set boosters. So these are just all the cards from the set boosters total together, which we can divide by 4 to get a rough estimated value that the 3 set boosters add to each scene box, which in this particular example comes out to $18.11 of additional added value to each scene box from these set boosters, or about $6.03 per set booster, which is slightly higher than the retail price of about $5-ish per set booster. And then you can go ahead and add up the value of these scene cards plus the rough estimated added value of the 3 set boosters to get a value and decide if these are worth purchasing for you or not. Now, obviously, your mileage will vary greatly with the set boosters. You could pull like a foil One Ring or a Bowmaster or cards worth, $50 to $100 for a single card, which would obviously greatly increase the value, or you could pull absolutely nothing that's worth more than a few pennies in all of the set boosters and get basically no added value. So you're going to have to decide for yourself if you think it's worth it or not, but this is just a raw estimate based on the cards that I pulled. Additionally, the prices on these scene cards are changing quite frequently, so as it sits, you could buy the Aragorn box or the Witch King box, sell just the scene cards, make a profit, and keep everything else for free. So I don't see that lasting for very long. I would expect the prices on those cards to come down as more and more people purchase these boxes and add the cards into the secondary market supply. But for now, on November 6th, 2023, these are the prices. This is what you get. And I hope that this helps you to inform any decisions you may be making, although definitely do not take it as financial advice. I am not here to give any financial advice. This is not intended as that. This is intended solely as entertainment. So I hope that it did entertain you. I hope you enjoyed. If it did, please consider leaving a thumbs up. And if you like this type of content, please consider subscribing. If we're able to get to 1,000 subscribers and get this channel monetized, that would allow me to have more time to make higher quality content going forward. So that is my one pitch to you. And beyond that, it is way past my bedtime, so I'm going to bed. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Peace.